Human body quiz. Trivia questions read out loud. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and we will personally respond to your comment. Keep track of your score and watch until the end, where we have added a bonus question that only 50% of people get right. 1. Which is the second largest bone in the human body? A. Femur. B. Fibula. C. Tibia. Or D. Humerus? The answer is C. Tibia. 2. Where in the body is the epiglottis located? A. Throat. B. Brain. C. Intestines. Or D. Heart? The answer is A. Throat. 3. How long is the small intestine? A. 12 feet. B. 22 feet. C. 20 feet. Or D. 24 feet? The answer is B. 22 feet. 4. Which gland produce tears? A. Esrine glands. B. Apocrine glands. C. Submandibular glands. Or D. Lacrimal glands? The answer is D. Lacrimal glands. 5. What hormone is a major cause of acne? A. Serotonin. B. Prolactin. C. Testosterone. Or D. Cortisol? The answer is C. Testosterone. 6. Which is the smallest bone in the skull? A. Lacrimal. B. Mandible. C. Maxilla. Or D. Vomer? The answer is A. Lacrimal. 7. Which part of the brain is responsible for smell? A. Frontal lobe. B. Parietal lobe. C. Occipital lobe. Or D. Temporal lobe? The answer is D. Temporal lobe. 8. The average person is born with how many individual bones in the vertebra? A. 37. B. 33. C. 31. Or D. 34? The answer is B. 33. 9. Where is the sartorius muscle located? A. Back. B. Arm. C. Thigh. Or D. Shoulder? The answer is C. Thigh. 10. Which type of joint is the knee? A. Ball and socket joint. B. Hinge joint. C. Pivot joint. Or D. Saddle joint? The answer is B. Hinge joint. 11. Where is the patella bone located? A. Knee. B. Hip. C. Wrist. Or D. Shoulder? The answer is A. Knee. 12. What tool does a doctor use to inspect the ear? A. Endoscope. B. Proctoscope. C. Otoscope. Or D. Stethoscope? The answer is C. Otoscope. 13. Which is the most amount of years lived by a human being? A. 118. B. 121, C. 125, or D. 122? The answer is D. 122. 14. Which part of the body is affected by glaucoma? A. Mouth, B. Eyes, C. Nose, or D. Back? The answer is B. Eyes. 15. What is the coloured part of the eye called? A. Iris, B. Pupil, C. Sclera, or D. Cornea? The answer is A. Iris. 16. How much does an adult brain weigh? A. 1 pound, B. 3 pounds, C. 5 pounds, or D. 7 pounds? The answer is B. 3 pounds. 17. Which part of the body is affected by a stroke? A. Digestive system, B. Heart, C. Brain, or D. Lungs? The answer is C. Brain. 19. Which of the following is not part of a human cell? A. Cell membrane, B. Hypothalamus, C. Nucleus, or D. Cytoplasm? The answer is B. Hypothalamus. 20. How many rib bones do humans have? A. 24, B. 12, C. 22, or D. 20? The answer is A. 24. 21. Which of the following is not part of the large intestine? A. Cecum, B. Colon, C. Rectum, or D. Jejunum? The answer is D. Jejunum. 22. Where is the ilium bone located? A. Wrist, B. Skull, C. Hip, or D. Foot? The answer is C. Hip. 23. Which organ produces bile? A. Kidneys, B. Liver, C. Pancreas, or D. Bladder? The answer is B. Liver. 24. On average, how many pints of blood are in the human body? A. 10, B. 5, C. 20, or D. 15? The answer is A. 10. 25. Where is the deltoid muscle located? A. Shoulder, B. Ankle, C. Back, or D. Chest? The answer is A. Shoulder. Bonus. What nerve is affected when you hit your funny bone? A. Median nerve, B. Radial nerve, C. Ulnar nerve, or D. Sciatic nerve? The answer is C. Ulnar nerve. How did you do? Comment below your score. Watch this video next.